Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Funke Akindele's latest movie. But before we get into the discussion, let me give you a quick recap of the movie. Finding Me is a dramatic ride of self-love and scandal. Atinuke Phillips is a wealthy CEO struggling with low self-esteem and a manipulative husband, Kolawole Phillips. To impress him, she starts working out, to get her body together, and then she meets trainer Anthony, which starts to spark complications in her marriage and the movie. Meanwhile, Tinuke faces a business crisis when she falls for another one of Kolawole's manipulations, which costs her a position as CEO in her father's company. And as she continues to uncover Kolawole's secrets, including fraud and possible murder, her life spirals out of control. This movie is a journey of self-discovery and the importance of finding yourself amidst chaos. When we return, we would be having a guest to join in on the conversation. We're back. Now let's give a warm welcome to Emanuela Umade.
Hi guys, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for honoring our invite.
Yeah.
So, firstly, I want to ask you, what 3 words would you use to define the movie Finding Me?
I would say funny because of Ifeanyi. The guy made me laugh so much. Annoying if we go for Kolawole Phillips. I was pissed off a lot. Then kind of lovey-dovey because of Atinuke's friend.
So you're a lover.
Yeah. Yeah. And Anthony also, the love part. Yeah, I'm a lover girl.
Lover girls and lover boys, you guys are awful.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been in a Finding Me situation? No lie, you.
Me. Finding me situation. Ha. Emanuela cannot be in a Finding Me situation. I don't have time for nonsense.
What?
I cannot be me. Even when I was watching the movie, I was like, this cannot be me. This cannot even be somebody around me. Because I can be that friend like Sandra, but I will whoop your ass if you're my friend in that Finding Me situation.
You don't have provisions for love. You're not supposed to be blind though.
My love, 100% vision, not blind at all. No, I don't have.
So you actually believe that love should not be blind. So should love be blind to you or should love be 20/20 vision?
It depends on how you say it.
How do you mean?
Love can be blind because, when you love, you compromise,
So you
but
mean that compromise is equals to blindness or turning inside
sometimes, when you compromise,
Okay. So there's a scene where Atinuke stands up for herself at work to Kola's lover. Do you think that she handled it the right way? Do you think she was too nice? How would you have handled that situation?
For me, she was nice though. If I'm just being, normal human emotion. But, sometimes when you're in that situation, you might just react in a way you don't expect. But I know myself, I think I'll be quiet first. I will not react that fast. But that reaction where she got to see that, you're seeing your husband's picture.
That's my husband's picture. No, ma. That's his picture as the caller ID. No, ma.
I don't think I'm that calm. I think there'll be a dragging of wig first. Then before I now plan my next action.
So you don't believe that if you're fighting in a cheating or infidelity situation, that it should be your partner that's the problem, not the outsider?
No, I'm not fighting because of my partner. The way she was talking to me like I'm crazy. I'm saying I'm seeing my husband's picture and you're trying to gaslight me.
Was the problem.
No, I'll first beat sense into your head and be like, is it not my husband's picture I'm seeing? And then give me the phone.
This your violence not be here.
No, I'm not a violent person.
You're
now.
not. But you already talked about we. Front time, how front hair will go.
Yeah. At least then she will have sense in my company. You're working for me. And you're working for my husband behind. Nah.
All of them is job now.
No, I will not take that.
So what moment hit you the hardest? What moment had you screaming? Had you almost going into the screen to almost drag the character out?
There were a lot, but let me go for when she found out that her husband was one that had a fertility issue.
Azoospermia means no sperm. Kola has no sperm count.
I was like, what?
My God.
I was surprised there too. I didn't see that coming, but that part of the script got me. What's going on?
With my mug on me. Oh, DD. Oh, what it is? Oh, DD. What it is?
You know, I wanted to ask your opinion about that seduction scene. First of all, do you like that costume?
That costume, I don't know if she was going for like a birthday party or something. Maybe she was.
Birthday party.
Yes, no, maybe they invited her.
With her whip and everything.
No,
You talked to
if
her
we
like
remove
that.
the whip, but did you see the cocoa shoe?
That's my favorite. I think that lingerie was nice, but that office shoe. Eh?
The office shoe
And
off
that
me.
bantu not abi koroba, what did she have on her head? Please, when she stopped wearing wigs, how did you feel about it?
I was like, now we are getting started.
Because
Because
why
the
would you
wigs-
buy first of all, braided wigs are touchy, and then why would you buy braided wigs that are not even the net of the hair of the lace is not even the color of your scalp?
You see that all back braided wig is still okay, but you see the shuku one. The shuku one. I was like, where did they get these wigs from?
Oh my God!
I was just expecting her to like spice up things a bit, even if you are not like a fashion person.
She was being a nurse, a sexy nurse.
For a birthday party or what? She looked like a clown. To me though.
So that's lingerie now, you know me.
You make somehow, but it depends on the occasion. But not for someone like Kolawole that his eyes have tear and rich hair.
So what are we supposed to wear for someone like Kolawole?
You did not see the first scene when he choked that girl to death. And that kind of hot.
So there should have been a mask and it should have been black and leather.
Everywhere looking steamy and hot.
Do you engage in those kind of activities?
I can't really say that, but sometimes.
I guess. So now I'm going to ask you, still talking about Kolawole, why do some men, apparently some men, they like baddies but they don't wife them up? Because I know it's not all men. A lot of men are marrying, good looking women, because I feel like that's what we call baddies in our society. So why do you think some men do not marry quote unquote baddies, but then their eyes are always on those people even when they're married men? Especially in this Lagos.
Yes, Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. Normally they always say, oh, who finds a wife, find a good thing and all those stuff. So typically they want a good woman, but they also want all those spiciness. But for some men, I think it's like this, I'm looking for the right word to use, maybe like peer pressure, maybe when their friends say, oh, if you see that babe that I saw in this lounge, something like that, then the other guy starts being, okay, I want to do something like that. So I feel sometimes that may be influenced, especially in this Lagos.
So you feel like the influence is that you can't be a baddie and be spicy and be a good woman?
In the men's brain, I guess.
You're not very
But for women,
intelligent,
you can still, sometimes. But I didn't say that
Fair
though.
enough. I said it. I said it. So, how do you know when is the right time to walk away from a situation, a job, a relationship? What are the signs that you feel like every woman should
For me, I don't want
look out
somebody
for when
to
it's time
stress
to
me.
walk out?
I don't know how to deal with stress. So when it's becoming annoying, especially the gaslighting part, because you're trying to fuck up my brain. So I'm like, what are you doing to me? So I won't be stable. So I'll just away.
Okay. Do you believe that age is just a number? And can you date someone 4 years younger than you?
Age is just a number because you have some guys, no really. Some guys are in their 30s, but when they open their mouth to say something, you're like, what the fuck? Which brains are you using? But some young guys, and you see some young guys really do well in business, life generally. Some young guys even settle early, maybe like 24. Then you have some men, maybe like close to 40. And they'll be talking, no, I cannot do a woman like this. I'm like, why do you think this way? So age is just a number though.
I feel like age is just a number in certain situations, but not all. But when it comes to like relationships, for me, age is a number. If somebody is 4 years younger than me, that's my younger brother. Can't take you
But 4
serious.
years is not that much,
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
What
for
are
you.
people that settle like maybe 10,
That's
12?
people now. My name is not people.
Are
And
you
then
sure?
for like in relationships and like life, most times people grow older, but then they don't work on themselves. So they're just having an extra age, but they're still like in their teenage years in the way they behave.
That's
So
where age
that's
is
what I
just a
said.
number comes in now.
Yeah, so that's what I said. It depends on like.
So
the
yeah, wavy
situation.
like this.
No, maybe I'm not going to select. No,
But the
someone
age,
younger than me,
even if
you
it's
can
like
never
a
be younger
year.
than me. I don't give it there.
Even a year.
I don't want.
What if the guy sweeps you off your feet?
Because my shoe, one of the coin is not working or what? That is sweeping off my
Probably.
feet. Please, I beg. Men, Lagos men can never sweep anybody.
But he
off
love
anything.
you up like this and you don't even know. Before you know, you never ask of the age.
Except if he's a dogo, but the dogo is older than me.
Ah,
Thank you very
okay.
much. So now I know that you seem like a very mischievous person.
really?
So if you were in Ifeanyi's shoes and they wanted to leave you
Ah,
the way because of all your shenanigans and they wanted to leave you, would you have exposed your family secret that way to your sister's partner?
Come out! Come and show Brandon in the film. You have been acting for him.
me I will expose but
Said it.
wait
Said it.
for another money because I love
okay,
money.
so your own is business.
Business,
Purpose voice.
business.
This is business.
Why, Dada? Why?
This is business.
This is business.
So you first of all collect money and then say you have something for him.
But the way the thing happened, that the mom was already shouting, if I, where are you? There's no how. He just like opened up everything.
You know, if he had gone to answer her, she wouldn't have come outside. And
But I think he set that
wanted
thing
her
up.
to come outside.
But then again, why did they want to leave him?
Every time going from one man to the other in this estate, then they now thought that they are going to leave me in this country. That's why I said, I will frustrate their plans.
If it's me too, all of us will stay here. All of us will go.
Okay, so
But I will not
that's-
just
you-
leak the
you
secret
support-
out like
you
that. I will
support what
still
he did.
hold on to my family.
So what would you have done in this situation instead of exposing
But after
secret?
that fight, I think I will expose. But I will
Because of
console
small chasing
Anthony.
with slippers.
They chased me out of the house. Not see how they fling my loot. So myself, I will talk.
Please, did you like that place where those dogs said, "This is cancer money. Give cancer money a cancer slap."
This is cancer money. Sierra and cancer slap.
I was not expecting them to slap her for real. And they gave her very hot slap.
And that cancer money, that line was so hard. I was like, wow, what a banker. But anyways, what do you think is the reason why people stay in toxic relationships? And what advice would you give for anyone that is in a toxic relationship and trying to leave, regardless of gender?
Okay. I will just quote it, run.
Also,
But I know some people stay for a lot of things. Maybe some people will say, oh, because I have kids for this man, maybe in marriage. Why some people, maybe there is money, one thing or the other. But me, I can't stay. Before you go and blind me or something, I will run.
speaking about abuse or toxic relationships, mental or physical abuse, which do you think is worse or more prominent in relationships, especially in this day and time?
Oh, in this day and time, I would say the one that is very, very pronounced is physical. But people don't get to talk about the mental part because that really breaks you a whole lot.
Do you mean like pronouncing like how recurrent it is or how it's talked about?
How it's talked about, because most people now, social media, once maybe their partner beat them up, they'll make videos of it and say, see what you did to me, I'm ending the marriage or the relationship. We get to see a lot of that out there. But most of the time, we don't get to see a lot of people talk about the mental parts.
So what do you think, which do you think has worse effect on the victim?
For me, nobody should stress my mental health. I take my mental health serious. So nobody can come and gaslight me or I'll be dealing with a narcissist. I can't deal.
Well, for me, I feel like mental abuse, I don't think any abuse should be on hierarchy. But I think mental abuse is more like dangerous.
Yeah,
because
it
in our
is.
society, a lot of things work with what you can show people. And when you're being mentally abused, you couldn't have any evidence most times, except to maybe your close friends that will believe you because they know you. You don't have any evidence of, okay, he did this to me or she did this to me. And then you might slowly start to lose it. And your mental health starts to deteriorate and it just feels like maybe you're actually the problem.
And sometimes some people commit suicide from things like
and
this.
because nobody really believes what you're going through. So now, what is your take on men who do you dirty? Do you think this is just a male thing or is gender neutral?
Anybody can do anybody dirty. Because have a woman plan revenge on you?
What's that saying? A woman scorned. I think it's the woman scorned is the devil fears the way woman scorned.
Exactly.
So that's why I feel like when men started all this, it's in a man's character to cheat. I be nature. When women are joining them now, all of them are crying wolf.
And women will cheat. You will not even find any evidence because once a woman sits and plan you, they are gone, no?
Where do you want to find the evidence? Where do you want to see it? So now let's talk about body shaming and double standards that are set for men in society and women. So, Kola was angry at his son Demele for going to school and calling.
She's a dirty bomb.
You're even repeating it.
She has a very rough stomach.
Really?
Getting into trouble. Meanwhile, in front of Demele, he then again body shamed his wife.
Yeah.
So first of all, what do you think about body shaming and the impact it has on women? Because it's mostly women that experience that, even though men too also get body shamed, which I feel like you should not, same with violence, it should not occur.
But it's very rare, very rare men get body
So
shamed.
what do you think of that double standard in that sense, especially for Kolawole in the movie?
It didn't really make sense. But another thing, that's why I say sometimes some men don't really think well. For him now, he didn't really see anything there when he's doing it to the woman he loves.
You're getting bigger. Look how round your stomach is looking.
But when he's
You say loves?
okay,
That guy,
to his wife,
somebody, the person he hates,
wife on paper. Let's just leave it, wife on paper.
let's be sure.
That's how some men will do some nasty, maybe pull up some nasty character, and when someone else do it, you'll be like, boy, you did the same thing and you're going away with it. But when someone else does the same thing, it's a bad thing.
It's just giving like people that they cannot take what they dish to others.
Exactly. So that's the whole thing with him doing that body shaming thing on her. That's just
Fair
it.
enough. Now, to talk about Ndidi, the scamming family, did you think she deserved to die?
I don't think so, but then she was kind of greedy, going back to ask for more money.
This 10 million naira are just for soft landing. So how it could be? Cash, check, transfer.
Even everything she did with Kolawole, going to show him videos and all of that. I don't think she deserved to die. Maybe she was just at the wrong place, at the wrong time with Kolawole. Because, Kolawole, him being a narcissist, he went too far. Okay, so,
A violent person.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about friendships. Sarah was like the ultimate best friend, and how she always supported Atinuke and calling her out. What do you think about that? Do you feel like with the PR that female friendships are getting these days, where people are just like, oh, it's all fake, it's all for this, it's all for that? What do you think? Do you think?
Yeah, it's really difficult to get friends nowadays, but most people have very close friends that have always stood by them and all of that. I'm also one. So when you find that good friend that is always there for you, stand by you, and always support you in whatever you do, hold them tight. Outside there,
I hold you people
no friends again. No, friendship these days are really, really hard, but there are still good people out there. I think there's a lot of competition when it comes to female friendship. Like,
competition in what way?
Maybe you get to see them do, oh, my friend has this, I also want to belong, that kind of thing.
So you feel like men don't have competition in their friendships? Because in as much as their competition
men do, but women own. You get to hear situations with things that happen. You get to hear situations, maybe somebody snitch on someone for just something very tiny, but men don't really snitch up on each other like that. It's really, really hard.
Okay. This movie also touches on like societal expectations and cultural expectations and positioning and all of that. Do you think that cultural expectations or expectations of your family as an extension of society, do you think that impacts like the decisions you make in your relationship?
For someone like me, it can't really impact though, because I put myself first. Yes, I know you care about what your family will say, but in this kind of situation, your family is not living in that house with you. Whatever you are going through, it's only you that will bear it.
Yes.
So why will you want to be sad just to make someone else happy?
Yeah, I totally agree, because in as much as people will say, oh, the change in society starts from the family and all of that, the family is not going to be suffering with you.
At all. It's only you that will be in that marriage there and be taking things.
If it's a physically abusive marriage, when you die and you're in the coffin, they will just cry for you.
You have gone.
And people move on.
Yeah.
Regardless of how much they love or miss you. Now, what would you rate Atinuke's transformation in the movie?
Over what?
Maybe 20.
Should I break the scale for her?
Breaking!
100.
I'm so beautiful. Yes. Atinuke, you're beautiful.
I was so shocked when I saw
the wigs, the nails, the makeup. Because that's what she was rubbing before.
Hey,
my God.
the dress, we should not talk about that her blazer, so what do I call it? Dambili suit. That one.
That's a code. You can't bring the suit because suit is still
It's not too big. You know that mini one?
Crop suit.
Crop suits. Then her low waist trouser.
With that yellow. She wore yellow bead. She had the audacity to wear yellow bead.
Then she will now combine everything with her hair, but the transformation was
I
dope.
said she was coming out from the step. Sexy girl.
And she was expecting it when the husband said, I love you. She was thinking it was her. No, it was the
That guy is
food.
very wicked. Why was he hitting her butt pad like that? Because girls in Lagos are wearing butt pad and nobody's hitting it that way.
Maybe it's the type she wore now.
Sorry guys, letting me to look for trouble.
Sorry.
Or not. But yeah, so
Yeah.
do you actually think that one's appearance kind of influences their confidence, their outlook on life, the opportunities they have access to?
Yeah, I feel so.
Why?
Because if you talk about opportunities, when, let's say you're going for an interview, like it depends on, maybe you're looking for a contract at a level. You don't just dress plain for something that big. You need to dress very professional. Like, give it to them.
Packaging.
Yeah.
So you believe you fake it till you make it?
No, not fake it now. You need to at least set standards.
So you feel like certain standard is different from faking it till you make it?
Yeah, definitely.
In what way?
Faking it till you make it is maybe you have to start lying too much. No, I stay on the island just to belong. But you don't need to tell them where you stay.
On the island.
Yeah,
When
no.
they don't stay there.
This is Lagos now, don't you know? Why are you acting like you don't know?
Can we talk about Dotun for a second? Because every 2 seconds, I'm the hair
Apparent of Olowo steals.
Don't forget, Daddy, I am the heir apparent of Olowo family.
Well, they just bring, especially that part he was eating.
Oh,
Did you see the way it was?
in this heat.
He's always saying he's in Canada, he's outside the country.
It's his style.
But I like the fact that he stood up for his sister. That was really good. If he didn't go there to still collect money, he won't even know to help the sister, because I'm sure that guy will have killed her, maybe by mistake.
Actually. And that, on saying that now brings me to that scene. If you were in Atinuke's shoes and you found out that your husband was a manipulative bastard, he had been gaslighting you for years, you know, even down to very life-changing things like your fertility, would you have plotted your revenge differently? Would you have answered that question or even told him in that moment when he caught her in his room?
Me, I will not say anything. No.
In that moment.
I will not say anything. Yes, people react to things differently, but for me, I will be quiet, go back, plan my revenge. Even if he was planning to travel, with the kind of money I have, they will bring him back for wherever he is. I'll plan my revenge very well, and I will deal with him before I hand him over to police, because he fucked up our mentals, really.
Yeah.
To see that kind of thing, that you've been living with a man and he turned the thing around saying you are the one that have the fertility issue.
Yes.
Not.
And so many other things.
That's terrible.
They even adopted a child. She kept all of those things away from her family members. And even
that was really, he really fucked up her brains with that. That was not really
for
good.
me, I feel like, I don't think she made a bad decision with how she told him. I just felt like she could have said something. In that moment, she could have said, oh, I have the evidence and I sent it
She
to my
would have
best
not
friend,
even
Sarah.
said she's
Not
have
say
the
it's in this bag.
evidence.
The evidence is in the phone in my bag.
Tunuke,
What?
She will have just say, so this is who you are. This
Obviously,
it's in this bag.
It's easy for us to say, oh, this is how we do something.
Yes,
But
that's
we
why I say you don't.
when you're in the
People can
emotion,
react
you don't know.
differently.
So,
Yeah.
But I would just say, even at that annoyance, and let him know I've caught him red-handed. I would have said, oh, I sent the evidence to Sarah, and she's on her way.
That
to
time
get
that he was dragging,
And,
he will have
do you
just said,
understand?
yeah.
Because he literally almost killed her, almost killed the baby.
Yeah, she will have said
They
that.
said that, and then
Yeah.
he'll be scared. He won't want to.
But
hurt
because
her,
of the
all
kind of
those things.
situation she's
Yeah,
in, her brain was just thinking of different things, and
that's
she
how
was
I would have
shocked.
handled that
So
situation.
her reaction was,
Yeah.
she didn't really plan it well.
Okay, so we're going to come back to
Yeah.
read some tweets from
Ooh.
other people that are excited about the movie. See ya! Alright guys, we're going to read some comments from social media to see what people are saying about the movie.
Okay.
So first, we have at Say Nicole Slowly. She says, most people in chains do not see the chains tying them down. Emotional abuse should never be taken lightly. People will only meet you at the level of vulnerability you permit. Funke Akindele's Finding Me is a thought-provoking film, captivating storyline, and an amazing cast.
Yeah.
You totally agree with everything she says?
Exactly.
Okay. We have Life of Candace. She says, ever notice how someone can be a genius in their career but turn completely clueless when it comes to love? Thank God that Tinuke found herself later in the movie.
That was like my happy moment there, that she found herself, because imagine it ended in, oh, she just lost her husband, no love.
You know, because it actually was even scary. I thought she was not going to do that because she kept making excuses as to why she should stay in that godforsaken marriage.
Yeah.
Then Asiya 7, spelled ASEEYARH7, says, this Funke Akindele movie just shows how both men and women can be dangerous. We should just pray to find the right person to live our lives with. Do you think only prayer is important in finding a life partner?
Not only prayer, you still need to put in work. Yeah, in all aspects, not only prayer. Yeah, prayer is still good, it's key, but still put in the work, because imagine that you keep praying when you know that, yes, we know that color is bad, but the dressing, you need to like still like spice things up a little bit. So
okay. But second to last one. Someone says, Ikenna Churchill, I just finished watching Finding Me, and if there's one thing Funke Akindele consistently gets right, is casting. Do you believe all the characters were casted properly?
yes, so especially Ifeanyi. Hey, the guy was just making me laugh. Yeah, Ifeanyi was really good. He's a good actor, by the way.
Yes, he is. Even though he gets a lot of hate on Twitter, I don't understand why. I think we have one more. Okay, actually two. I like this one. We have Debs Graham, spelled DEBSZ Graham. She says, justice for Semu. Did you like Semu's character? Did you feel like he needed justice?
Yes, he needed justice because they didn't trust him now.
But he gave reasons why. See the way he was behaving at the beginning, concern me.
Yes, now, because nobody takes him serious. That was why I felt like she didn't trust him. She was like, oh, he jokes a lot and all of that. But for him to go to her friend's place, I felt she would have given him like benefit of doubt a little.
Do you understand? He went all the way because he knew that.
So justice for him. Justice for him. Yeah.
Because even both Oga and Madam, everybody doesn't take him seriously
at all. Then,
for the real lovers out there, we have the Life of Candace. She says, Anthony is the ultimate lover boy. His kindness and love shine through every moment. I pray that good people continue to meet good people because we all deserve love. That's what she says. But do you think in the mechanics of life that good people always end up with good people?
No.
Do you feel like life is that black and white?
No.
Why?
Sometimes good people end up with bad people. And sometimes bad people end up with bad people.
Yeah, but it's not good. It's not supposed to be bad and bad and good and good. So everybody will just be...
But sometimes good people meet good people, and after some time, one person will turn bad. Then sometimes someone bad will end up with someone good. Become good and good together.
Anyways, guys, thank you for giving us your time. I hope you enjoyed yourself on the stream.
Yeah, I did. It was fun.
Thank you for gracing our invite once again.
You're welcome.
As usual, we want you to leave your comments in the comment section. Let this conversation continue. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Most importantly, turn on your post notifications if you haven't, so you get to see more of our beautiful faces. Bye. Bye. Bessos. Mwah.